Ok, xin chào mọi người đến với cả IELTS Work Along. Đây là bài IELTS Cambridge IELTS Test 2 Reading. Bài Reading 1 tôi làm rồi. Thì trên màn hình mọi người có thể thấy đó là một bên đó là tablet, một bên đó là Reading Passage cho mọi người dễ đọc. Ngoài ra thì tôi sẽ khuyên mọi người đó là in một tờ giấy ra, in một tờ đề ra hoặc là xem cuốn sách của bạn. Chúng ta sẽ cùng làm với nhau nhé. Một bài reading sẽ có khoảng 60 phút nhưng mà tôi sẽ làm nó khá là nhanh nên là mọi người cố gắng làm theo nhé. Ok. Thông thường thì mấy bài thì khi mà tôi làm tôi sẽ nói cho mọi người biết là tôi đang nghĩ cái gì, được chưa? Nó khá là giống như bài nghe thôi. Thì bài đầu thì có rất là nhiều dạng câu hỏi cho reading, thì tôi sẽ làm dạng đầu tiên, đó chính là dạng fill in the blank. Nó là dạng giống như kiểu này. Thì giống như kiểu bài reading đó là chúng ta sẽ đọc qua một lượt câu hỏi, sau đấy sẽ quay lại và tìm các keyword. Ngay bây giờ chúng ta sẽ cùng tìm các keyword ở trong bài này. Ditch, henge, duck, tools made from, arrange the pits, side circle, stage 2, stage 1, bluestone from petals placed in standing position, theories about transition, the bluestone, archaeology, builder, sledges, roller, giant basket, geological, they bought from Wales, stage 3, sandstone slab, arranged to an outer crescent or ring, builder, a theory arose in the 17th century that was built in the Celtic. Purpose, many experts agree it has been used as 1960 it was suggested that it worked as kind of something. Ok, chúng ta có stage 1. Ditch, henge, dug. Và từ chúng ta đang kìm lớn nhất đó chính là Press Hills, đó là từ tên một địa danh. Centuries, ok. Dig to massive. Chúng ta có tools, using tools made from, tools which may have fashioned out of deer antler. Okay, tools, deer antler. Câu 1 đó là the ditch and henge were done possibly using tools made from deer antler. To dig a massive circular ditch and bank are henges. Okay, so antlers. May have been arranged in deep pits inside the circle. Deep pits located the circle may have once held a ring or timber post, according to some scholar. Deep pits dating back to that era and located within the circle may have once held a ring or timber post. May have been arranged in deep pits inside the circle. Maybe arranged located within the circle may have deep pits dating back to the area located with a ring of timber post. Timber post. Timber or post. How a ring of timber. A ring of timber. Post may have been arranged in deep pits inside. Okay, no more than 2 words. Okay, so no more than 2 thì có thể là cái này sẽ là deer antlers. Cái thứ hai nó sẽ là cái gì nhỉ? Timber post. Timber post. Press hill, theory, archaeology, builder made from sledges and roller. Sledges and roller. Sledges, Crescent Hill. Tools engine boulder, which made up of 2 tons. Archaeologists, Stonehenge builder fashioned sledges and roller out of tree trunk to lock tree trunk. Builder used tree trunk to make sledges and okay. Chúng ta có roller sledges made out of tree trunks. Đó là tree trunks. So we pull them out a giant basket. Giant basket. Wicker basket. Okay. Đơn giản chúng ta chỉ đang là scan các keyword thay vì đọc toàn bộ cả bài văn. More recent archaeologists' hypotheses have them transporting bluestone with supersized wicker basket on a combination of ball bearing and long grove planks hauled by oxen. Pull them on a basket. Pull them. Pull them. Archaeologists' hypothesis have transporting bluestones with supersized basket. Bluestones. Pull them on a giant basket. Bluestone with supersized basket on combination of ball bearings and long groove ball bearings. Pull them on giant basket. They were bought from Wales by. Okay, skip câu này vậy. Nhưng mà đâu đó sẽ ở trong câu này. Wales, okay. They were brought from Wales by challenging classic image industrial builder, pushing, carting, rolling, hauling giant stone from far Wales. Some scientists have suggested that it was glaciers, not human, that carried the bluestone to Salisbury Plain. They were brought from Wales by glaciers. C-G-L-A-C-I-E-R-S, glaciers. Sandstone slabs were arranged into Celtic. 17th century Celtic. Câu hỏi đó là a theory arose in 17th century that its builder were Celtics. In the 17th century, archaeologist John Aubrey made the claim that Stonehenge was the work of the Druids, who had important religious, juridical, and political role in Celtic society. Was the work of Druids of Celtic society, who had important religion, juridical, and political rules in Celtic society. Was Celtic theory arose in 17 that its builder were. Okay, John made the claim that Stonehenge was the work of Druids. Không phải society. Was the work of Druids. Đó là bất cứ cái gì không quan trọng lắm. D-R-U-I-D-S. Many experts agree it has been used as a site. This theory was widely popularized by primitive graves at the site. Graves. Okay. This theory was widely popularized by antiquarian William Stolberg, who had unheard primitive graves at the site, who've unearthed even today. People who identify as modern Druids continue to gather Stonehenge for the summer solstice. In the 1960s, experts agree it would suggest that it works as a kind of strong suggests that the cluster of brick stones operate as a form of calendar. Okay, kind of calendar. Calendar. Many experts agree purpose Many modern historians and archaeologists now agree that several distinct tribes of people contributed to Stonehenge, each undertaking a different phase of its construction. Bones, tools, and other artifacts. Many experts agree that it has been used as a something site. Other artifacts found on the site seem to support this hypothesis. Distinct now agree that several tribes of people contributed to Stonehenge, each undertaking a different phase of its construction. Bones, the first stage was some believe that they were immigrants. Late natives, in fact, surrounding shadowed the best. The purpose of the striking monument is even more of a mystery. While there is consensus, Zamnila agree among the majority of Muslims will serve as the functional burial ground. Burial ground. They yet to determine what the purpose. Many experts agree it has been used as a graves. Census among majority serve as the functional burial ground. Burial ground sites. Burial ground sites. Okay, burial ground sites. Burial sites. Okay, now giant baskets. Quay lại với các cái giant baskets. Wicket basket on a combination of ball bearings and long groove planks. Hauls by oxen. Pull them on a giant basket. Who is pulled them on a giant basket? More recent archaeologists hypothesis that have them they, according to a long-standing theory among archaeologists, Stonehenge builders fashioned sledges and roller out of tree trunks to slug the bluestone from the precipice hill. They then transferred the boulder into rafts and floated them along. They then transfer sledges and roller. Okay, sledges and roller. Pull them on giant basket. Maybe rafts and floated them first along west. Alternatively, they may have towed each stone with a fleet of vessel. More recent archaeologists hypothesis that have them transporting the bluestones with supersized wicker buckets on a combination of ball bearing and long groove ball bearings. Pull them. Ball bearings, pull them on giant basket. Ball bearing. More recent archaeologists hypotheses have them transporting the bluestone with supersized wicker basket and combination of ball bearings and long grooved. Yeah, whatever. Mỗi khi mà chúng ta không chắc chắn thì chúng ta cứ đoán đại. Đó là cái ghi điểm. Okay. True false not given. During the third phase, construction sandstone slabs were placed in both the outer area of the middle of the Stonehenge site. In the middle, outer and middle, there is scientific proof that the bluestone stood in the same spot until approximately 1600 BCE. John Aubrey claim about Stonehenge was supported by the 20th century finding. Object at Stonehenge seems to indicate that it was constructed by a number of different group of people. Criticism of the Hawking theory about Stonehenge has come mainly from other astronomers. Ok, keyword quan trọng nhất đó là 1600 BCE. Mấy cái bài này cũng theo thứ tự hết, chỉ cần tìm một chữ thôi là có thể tìm được phần còn lại. Gerald Hawking. Criticism of Gerald Hawking's theory about Stonehenge has come mainly from other astronomers, suggested that the cluster with different points corresponding to astrological phenomena. While his theory has received considerable amount of attention over the decades, critics maintain that Stonehenge builder probably lacked the knowledge necessary to predict such event of that England dense cloud over would have obscured their view of the sky more recently. Signs of này quan trọng này. Có phải là astronomer không? Không. Thế thì ai nói? Không có ai nói cả. Nó chỉ nói chung đó là his theory has received a considerable amount of attention over the decades. Critics maintain that critics chứ không phải bất cứ một ai khác. Maintain that critics not given seems right. Object at Stonehenge. John Aubrey. Looking 600 BCE there, roughly 1000 there is scientific proof that bluestone stood in the same spot until approximately the third phase of construction. Took place on 200 BCE. At this point, sandstone slabs known as saras were arranged into an outer crescent or ring somewhere assembled into the iconic three-piece structure called trillions that stand tall in the center of Stonehenge. Some 50 of these stones are now visible on the site, which may once have contained many more. Radiocarbon dating has revealed that work continued at Stonehenge until roughly BCE, with bluestone in particular being repositioned multiple times. Thì cái này là sẽ phải là sai, nó là same spot mà cái kia là reposition, cái này là sai. During third phase construction, sandstone slabs were placed in both the outer and the middle of Stonehenge site. The third phase of construction, at this point, sandstone slabs known as saras were arranged into an outer crescent or ring. An outer crescent or ring somewhere assembled into the iconic three-piece structure called trillion that stands tall in the center of Stonehenge. Were arranged into an outer crescent or ring were placed in both the outer areas and the middle of the Stonehenge site. I'm not sure. John Aubrey claimed about Stonehenge was supported by 20th century finding. Okay, William Stuckler. But who built archaeologist John Aubrey made the claim that Stonehenge was the work of Druids who had more religious juridical role in this theory was widely popularized by the antiquary William Skelton. By the William Stucken, who had unearthed primitive grave at the site. Even today, people who identify as modern Druids continue to gather at Stonehenge for summers. However, in the 20th, radiocarbon dating demonstrated that Stonehenge stood more than 1,000 years before Celts inhabited the row. John claim about Holden was supported by John, however. Before the Celts, false. Object and discovery at Stonehenge seems to indicate that it was constructed by a number of different groups of people. Object discovered at Stone site. Now agree that several distinct tribes of people contribute to the Stonehenge. Okay, cái này là true. Different groups of people, true. During the third phase of construction, cái này thì không chắc này. During the first phase of construction, sandstone slabs were placed in both the outer area and the middle of the stone range. Cái này có nhắc tới outer hoặc và ring. Ring có phải là middle không nhỉ? Ring đúng là middle nhưng mà không chắc lắm. The third phase construction look at this point sandstone slab arranged to an outer crescent or ring. Okay, true. Sang bài thứ hai. Passage 2. Okay. Mặc kệ nó nói gì đi. What point does the writer make about AI in the first paragraph? It is difficult to predict how AI will progress. Much can be learned about the use of AI in chess machine. The future is unlikely to see the limitation of the capability of AI. Experts disagree on which specialized tasks AI will be able to perform. What point does the writer make? Okay. Second graph. Explain why machines will be able to outperforming humans, describing the characteristic that humans and machines share, giving information about the development of machine intelligence, indicating which aspect of humans are the most advanced. Why does the writer mention the story of King Midas to compare different vision progress to illustrate that poorly objects can go wrong. Poorly defined object can go wrong to emphasize the need for cooperation, to point out the financial advantages of course of action. What challenge does the writer refer to the fourth paragraph, encouraging human to behave in a more principled way, deciding which values we want AI to share with us, creating a better world for all creatures on the planet, ensuring AI is more human-friendly than we are ourselves. The fifth paragraph. Nếu như mà không có đền từ và chỗ trống thì bài multiple choice cũng là một trong những bài, nhưng mà dạng kiểu này, nhưng mà mấy cái bài kiểu multiple choice mà có nhắc tới first paragraph, second paragraph thì cũng khá là dễ để tìm từ. Future of AI. Refer to, mention the story. What is the writer doing? Safety. The safety of machines become a key issue. Is hard to know. What impact machines have on the world. Machines will be superior to human in certain aspects. Many humans oppose the machine having a wider role. Which of the following best summarized the writer argument in the sixth paragraph? More intelligent machine will result in greater absolute power, abuse of power. Machine learning share very few features with human learning. There are a limited number of people with the knowledge of program machines. Human shortcoming will make creating new machines we need more difficult. Okay, what point does the writer make about AI in the first paragraph? This has been the decade of AI, with one astonishing feature and another. Chess playing AI can defeat not only human chess player but also all previous human programmed chess machine after learning the game just for 4 hours. That's yesterday news. Thì cái này có thể loại bỏ này. Thì cái AI chess machine có thể loại bỏ. Much more can be learned about the use of AI in chess machine. Okay. True, these prestigious companies are also called narrow AI, where machines perform highly specialized tasks. But many experts believe This restriction is very temporary. By mid-century, we have that can achieve human-level performance on the full range of tasks that we ourselves can tackle. It is difficult to predict how AI quickly will progress. The future is likely to see limitation the capacity of AI. Experts disagree on which specialized tasks AI will be able to perform. That's yesterday. What's next? True. These prodigious accomplishments are all in so-called narrow AI, where machines perform highly specialized tasks. Đúng này, feature này. Able to perform. Hai cái này đều đúng. A và B có thể A và B là sai. B, C hoặc D là đúng. The future of AI is unlikely to see the limitation on the capacity of AI, which specialized tasks. Specialized tasks. Where machines perform. That's where machines perform high. Okay. Okay. Thế là câu C là đúng. Bởi vì sao? Bởi vì nó nói rằng cái câu này, true, these prodigious accomplishments are in so-called narrow AI, where machines perform highly specialized tasks, but many experts believe this restriction is very temporary. Và cái câu D nói rằng experts disagree on which specialized task. Thì cái câu đầu nó nói rằng chỉ tập trung vào một vài phương diện của một vài việc làm. Nhưng mà câu tiếp theo thì nói rằng restriction is very temporary. Thì các experts disagree. Khá chắc là câu C là đúng. What is the writer doing at the second paragraph? It's been why machine. Okay, second paragraph. So there's little reason to think it will stop there. Machines will be free of many of the physical constraints on human intelligence. Our brain runs slow at biochemical process speed, power of a light bulb. So slow processing speed, and their size is restricted by the dimension of the human birth canal, which is remarkable what they accomplished given these handicaps. They have been as far from physical limits thought as our eyes are from the incredible powerful Webb Space Telescope. Indicating which aspect of humans are most advanced. If so, the little reason to think it will stop there. Machines will be free of many of the physical constraints. Okay. Explaining why machine will be able to outperform human. Chính xác luôn. Why does the writer mention the story of King Midas? Câu 2 đơn giản, đó là vì câu thứ hai này, machines will be free of many of the physical constraints on human intelligence, thì nó khá giống với câu A. Once machines are better than us, designing even smart machines, progress toward this machine could accelerate. What would this mean for us? Could we ensure a safe and worthwhile coexist with such machines? On the plus side, AI is already useful and profitable for many things. Super AI might be expected to be super useful, but the more powerful AI becomes, the more important it will be to specify goals with greater care. Folklore is full of tales of people who ask for the wrong thing, with disastrous consequences. King Midas, for example, might have wished that everything he touched turns to gold, but didn't really intend to apply this on his breakfast. To compare the different visions of progress, to illustrate that poorly defined object can be wrong, to emphasize the need for cooperation, to point out the financial advantage. process of elimination và câu B khả năng cao hơn. What challenge does the writer refer to the fourth paragraph? The fourth paragraph. Okay, so we need to create AI machines that are human-friendly, that have goal aligned with our own values. One thing that makes this task difficult is that we are far from reliably human-friendly ourselves. We do many terrible things to each other and to many other creatures with whom we share the planet. If super intelligent machines don't do a lot better than us, we'll be in deep trouble. We'll have powerful new intelligence amplifying the dark sides of our own fallible natures. What challenge does the writer encourage humans to behave more in a principled way? Nope. Deciding which value we want AI to share with us? Possibly. Creating a better world for all creatures? Nope. Ensuring AI is more human-friendly than we are ourselves. If super intelligent machine, okay. Deciding which values we want AI to share with us. Ensuring AI is more friendly than we are ourselves. One thing that makes this is that we are far from reliable human beings ourselves. We do. Okay, so I'm guessing B. Maybe, possibly. Fifth paragraph. For safe state, and we want the machines to ethically as well as cognitively superhuman. We want them to aim for the moral high ground, not for the trust in many of us spend more time of our life. Luckily, they'll be smart enough for the job. If there are routes to more high ground, they'll be better than us at finding them and steering us in the right direction. The safe machine will become a key issue. It is hard to know what impact machine will have on the world. Machines will be superior to humans in certain respects, and opposed. C. Which of the following summarized argument for the sixth paragraph? Sixth paragraph. Okay. However, there are two problems with this utopian vision. One is how we get the machine started on the journey. The other is what it would mean to reach this destination. The getting started problem is that we need to tell the machine what we are looking for with sufficient clarity that we can be cognitively say we'll find it, whatever it actually turns out to be. This won't easy given that the tribal creature and conflicted about the ideals of self. We often ignore the suffering of strangers and even contribute to it, at least indirectly. How then do we point machines in the direction of something better? Non-intentional machine will result in greater abuse of power? Nope. We share very few features with human learning. There are a limited number of people with knowledge of programming machine. Human shortcomings will make creating machines we need more difficult. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cái đó đâu lại cái đấy làm từ ban đầu thì đúng hơn. Machines with the ability to make moral decisions may prevent us from promoting the interests of our community. Silicon police would need to exist in large number in order to be effective. Many people are comfortable with the prospect of their independence being restricted by machine. If we want to ensure the machine act our best interest, we need to work together. Silicon police, okay? Destination. Nào, từ đầu tiên chúng ta cần tìm đó là Silicon police. Silicon police. Xin lỗi các bạn nhé. Bây giờ là 12 giờ 19, khá là muộn. Okay, moral. Important machine who are better than us. Silicon police. That polices. Specific. Đây là ở đây. Dùng fill in the blank first. Câu 1. Không kiểm tra câu hỏi. AI currently have limited role allocated in the health service. The positive aspect of AI have been bigger than role to be efficient. Patient benefit, such a change would result for example, in certain not having the current level of Therefore, important that AI goals or appropriate discrimination practice could be avoided. Medical practitioners, reduce illness, specialized tasks, professional authority, available resource, technology expert. AI currently has UK health system. For example, this This issue might seem far-fetched, but there, to some extent, AI already has some far-fetched, but there are some context already here. AI already has some input in how resources are used in NHS in UK, for example. If it was given a greater role, it might do so much more efficient than humans can manage and act in the interest of taxpayer and those who use the health system. However, while depriving some humans of the control they presently enjoy, since we want to ensure that people are treated equally and that policies are fair, the goal of AI would need to be specified correctly. Has limited role in the way professional authority are allocate and health reduce medical practitioner specialized tasks in ways have limited role. It was given greater role might do much more efficiency than human managed actors who are some to extent. Since we're depriving the human, the positive aspect I have bigger role is that it would be more efficient and lead to potential benefit. However, such change would result, for example, in certain not having their current level, human senior doctors presently enjoy. However, such change would result, for example, in certain not having current level of available resource, free available resource in certain professional authority not having their current, for example, in certain medical practitioners not having their current level of available resources. Let's say professional authority, medical practitioners. Cái trên nói về doctor là medical practitioners. Israel available resources đồng nghĩa với cả the freedom that they enjoy. Okay, AI currently has limited role in the way such specialized tasks are allocated in the healthcare system. Available resources. Specialized task. The way reduced illness are allocated. Professional authority allocate. The way professional authority are allocated in technology experts. Far-fetched, but AI already has some input on how resources are used in our available resources. The way available resources it would be, however, such, for example, in certain medical practitioners, in certain not having their current level of not having human of the control they presently enjoy. Since we want to ensure people are treated equally and that policies are fair, the goal of AI would need to be specific. The goals of AI would be specified correctly. Shit. AI currently has a limited role in the way available resources are allocated in the healthcare system. The positive aspect of AI having a bigger role is that it would be more efficient and lead to patient benefits. However, such change would result, for example, in certain professional authority not having the current level of current level of specialized task. Since in certain professional authority, in certain medical practitioners, professional authority. If you want machines' moral decision may prevent us from promoting the interests of our communities. Destination, human self, the moral guide and gatekeeper, be sacrificing our own autonomy upon part of what makes us human. Machines who are better than us are sticking to the moral and high ground may be expected to discourage some of the lapses we presently take for granted. We might lose our freedom to discriminate in favor of our own community. For example, we might lose our freedom to discriminate in favor of many people are uncomfortable with independent machine with the ability moral decision may prevent us. True. Silicon police will need to exist in large number in order to be effective. Loss of freedom to have badly isn't always a bad thing, of course. Denying ourselves from freedom to put children to work in factory, to smoke, that's a sign of progress, but ready for ethical silicon police. But are we ready? They might be so good at doing what we won't notice them, but few of us are likely to welcome such future. Silicon police would need to exist in large numbers in order to be effective. Loss of freedom, denying ourselves freedom, a sign of progress, but we are already for ethical silicon police. Không nói gì về số lượng cả, cái này là not given. Many people are comfortable with the prospect of their independence being restricted by machine. It seems far-fetched, but once I don't know. Many people are uncomfortable with the prospect of their independence being restricted by machine. May be true. If we want to ensure the machines act, we all need to work together. This issue might seem far-fetched. Few of us are likely to welcome it in the future. Many people are uncomfortable with the prospect of their independence being restricted by machine. So likely to welcome might be so doing the would be notice them, but few of us are likely to welcome such a future. True, many people are comfortable with false. Many people are uncomfortable. That's true. If we want to ensure that machines act in our best interest, we all need to work together. We have within ourselves. Cái này cho AI này, cho UK healthcare service. What we have new powerful technology to deal with is literally new way of thinking for our safety. We need to point these new thinkers into right directors and get them to act well for ourselves. It is not yet clear whether it's possible, but it is. We will require cooperative spirit, a willingness to set aside self-interest, cooperative spirit, and spirit. Okay, true. True phải là yes cũng thế cả thôi, nhưng mà được. Yes, not given. No. Yes. Maybe this one is wrong. Bỏ qua cái not Bỏ qua câu trên. Leonardo da Vinci's Ideal City, a collection of Leonardo da Vinci's paperwork, reveal his design for a new city beside Tinico River. This was provide better for trade in a less polluted environment. Though Leonardo da Vinci shared many of the ideals of his time. Đợi một chút nhé. Đây là passage thứ 3. Some of his innovations were considered design. They included feature that can be seen in some tower blocks today, such as on the exterior of a building. Leonardo da Vinci wasn't only architect; his expertise was evident in his plan for canals with his ideal city. He also believed that the height of the house should relate to the width of the street in case of an earthquakes. The design of many cities in Italy today follows this. While some cities from times have aspects that can also be found in lyrical design, his ideas weren't put into practice until long after his death. Is one of example of the city that was redesigned in the 19th century in the way that his ideas are so relevant to today's world, where buildings no longer seems to be the best approach. Từ đầu tiên có lẽ tìm đó là Tincinio River. Ideal City, Italy. Residence. Trời ơi, không tìm được. Nineteenth century until the 19th century. Okay. Is one example of a city that was redesigned in the way it has envisaged. This idea was applied, for example, the by function subdivision of the city by function. Subdivision is one example. Subdivision is one of the example of a city. Okay. Levels. Yeah, that can be found in Greg Hughes Haussmann's renovation of Paris under Emperor Napoleon III between one word only. Okay. Tinico River. Although some of the future there, it wasn't. Some history was applied. For example, the subdivision of the city by function with service is an idea that can be found in Paris. Where Paris was one of his ideas are also relevant to today's world, where building no longer to be seen approach. Today, it is not simply valid. It actually suggests a few way forward for urban planning. Many scholars think that the compact city built upwards instead of outwards, integrated with nature, with efficient transport infrastructure, could help modern cities become more efficient and sustainable. This is yet another reason why Railcut was aligned so close with modern planning and certain ahead of this time. No longer seems to be the best approach, where his ideas are also relevant to today's world, where building. Many schools think compact city built upwards, building upwards, where building upwards no longer seems to be the best approach. Building upwards, built upwards. The compact city. Building compact no longer seems to be the best approach. Building compact. That compact city built upwards instead of outwards. Integrate with nature. With efficient transport infrastructure could help modern city. Maybe upward. Where building upwards no longer seems to be building upward. Building upwards seem upwards, okay. It no longer seems. We're building it no longer seems, okay. Well, some cities from times have aspect. We also found some idea. This in Roma city. Roman. Where some city from Roman times. Design of Fantasy Italy. Follow this. Vẫn chưa tìm được cái reticence river. Oh, took a river. Thank God. Okay. This was provide better for trade polluted. Okay. A collection of paperwork reveals that his design of a new city. Besides, this was to provide better for trade. This was to provide better for trade and less polluted environment. Okay, trade, less environment. Ease to transport good and clean urban spaces. He wanted a comfortable, spacious city with well-organized street and architecture. He recommended high, strong walls with necessary pleasant beauty. Okay. This was to provide better for trade. Better transport. Better transport. Easy transport. Better transport. For trades. Transport. For trade. Nó có chữ này. He designed city for the ease transport for goods. Transport for goods tức là trade. Although the city shared many ideas, at times some of the innovation were considerably unconventional in today. They include features that can be seen in some today blocks, such as on the exterior of a building. His but in suburban design, wanted the city built in several levels, linked with vertical outdoor staircase. This design can be seen in some today's high-rise building, but was unconventional at the time. High-rise building. Such as high-rise on the exterior of building. High-rise. Several levels. Indeed, this idea was taking full advantage of interior spaces. Wasn't planned until with birth of one upper layer of the city. People would walk lower layer through the strays, but the such as on the exterior, included feature that can be seen in some today's block. Exterior. This design is planned for modern rational city. Rational city was beauties, but his plan for modern and rational city were consistent with Renaissance ideas, but in keeping with his personality, included several innovations in his urban design. They wanted the city to be built on several levels, linked with vertical outdoors staircase. Since in today's outdoor staircases, with vertical outdoor staircases, such as staircases on staircases. Staircases. Nó nói rằng là mặc dù Leonardo da Vinci ý tưởng cho thành phố có thể nhìn thấy ở một vài căn nhà ở ngày nay thì có chữ staircases đây. Outdoor tức là exterior, outdoor staircase. Chỉ nhìn vào keyword thôi, không cần quan trọng nó là nghĩa là gì. Một lời khuyên khá là ngớ ngẩn đúng không? Wasn't only his expertise in was evident in plans for other canals. Okay, canals. Artificial canals to the city. The canals regulated by clocks and basins were supposed to be easier to boats for navigate inland. Also thought he with the street matched the average height of the adjacent house. Rule still followed his expertise in canal with his expertise in was evident in his plans for artificial canal with his ideal city. He also believed the height of the house should relate to the width of the street in case of an earthquakes. But the Leonardo designed an extensive hydraulic plants. Hydraulic. Okay, plans to create an artificial extensive hydraulic plants. Leonardo designed extensive hydraulic plants. It was fusion of and engineering. Is okay, architect and engineering. Architect. His fusion of architect and engineering. So không chỉ là có architect mà có cả engineering nữa. Engineering. Design of many cities today follow this. The width of the street matched the average height of the adjacent house, a rule still followed by many contemporary cities to allow access to sun and reduce the risk of damage from earthquakes. So they follow this plan. He also believed that the height of the house should relate to the width of the street in case of an earthquake occur. The design of many cities in Italy today follow this a rule still follow in many contemporary. Okay, rule ROULE. Đúng là bài này hơi khó thật. People first referred to it as 500 years ago. The current climate crisis predicted to cause more death than plague. Some of the challenges we face today can be accompanied to those earlier times. The ideal city was constructed in the 19th. Poor town planning is a major contribution to climate change. In Renaissance times, local people fought against the changes to Pinazir and Ferrara. Kept a neat, organized record of his design. Okay, Pienza và Ferrara. Pienza and Ferrara. Okay. In Renaissance, local people fought against. Although the Renaissance is removing incredible progress in the art and architecture, it is rarely noted that the 15th century also marked the birth of the urbanization. The rigor and method behind the construction of the city had been largely missing until men pushed forward the large-scale urban project in Italy, such as the efficient town. These surely inspired to rethink the design of medical city. Okay, nói rằng the rigor and method behind the conscious conception of a city had been largely missing in the Western thought until the moment when prominent Renaissance men pushed forward large-scale urban project in Italy. Thì con này là false. 15th century. The Renaissance marked the transition the place which goes. Okay. People first refer to him as a genius 500 years ago. 500 years ago. The word genius universally associated with the famous Leonardo da Vinci. 500 years have passed since. Yet far from fading, his thinking carried down the century and still surprises today. Referred to as people first referred to as not given, nó chỉ hỏi là refer thôi chứ không phải là first referred to. The current climate crisis predicted to cause more death than the plague. Okay. Took place after the spread of plague. The Renaissance marked the transition from it took place after, which caused global crisis, resulting in some. Today, the world is the cusp of climate change, which is predicted to cause widespread displacement, extinction, and death. If left unaddressed, then as now, radical solutions were called for the way people lived and safeguard humanity against catastrophe. The Renaissance marked the transition from the 15th century to modernity and took place after the spread of the plague, which caused. Today, the world is on the cusp of climate change, which predicted to cause. Không nói gì giữa hai việc so sánh với cả plague nên not given. Some of the challenges we face today can be compared to those of earlier time. True. Nếu như mà bởi vì nó nói về plague mà đúng không? After pesticide that killed half the population, urban follows. He began to work on ethical security, which, due to its remain unfulfilled. Yet, given that sustainable urban model, a key will change it's our natural change shape for modern city. Was constructed. He following a typical Renaissance trend. He began to work on an ideal city project, which, due to its excessive cost, would remain unfulfilled. Unfulfilled was constructed. False. Port town planning major. Port town climate change. Yet, given that unsustainable urban models are the key cause. Of global change today, is only nature. Town plan major cause of climate change. Yet, around following, he began to work on ideal city project, which, to its excessive cost, would remain unfulfilled. Yet, given that unsustainable urban models are a key cause of global climate change today, it's only natural to wonder how little can have changed the shape of modern cities. True. In Renaissance time, people kept a neat, organized record of his design. It is not easy to identify coordinate visions because his disordered way of working with notes and sketches, but from the largest. Okay, the cái này là false. Okay. Chúng ta sẽ cùng xem phần đáp án. Chỉ có 1 tiếng thôi. Ok. Rồi, đáp án. Listening to, reading to. Ok. Chúng ta có Deer Antlers đúng 1. Timber Post 2. Tree Trunks 3. Borings không chắc đúng rồi. Glaciers đúng. Druids đúng. Calendar đúng. Burial đúng. True đúng. False đúng. False đúng. True đúng. Not given đúng. 14 C đúng. 15 A đúng. 16 B đúng. 17 D sai. 18 C đúng. 19 D đúng. 20 yes đúng. 21 not given đúng. 22 no đúng. 23 yes đúng. Phải xem lại chứ cứ cho là sai đi. Nếu như mà ok kệ đi, cứ cho là sai đi, có thể là đúng nhưng có thể là sai. Phải xem lại cái video rồi không thể nhớ được câu trả lời là gì, nhưng mà khá chắc chọn câu cuối là yes. 24 C đúng. 25 A đúng. 26 E sai. Đây là có 2 câu đúng câu này và đúng câu này. 27 not given đúng. 28 not given đúng. 29 true đúng. 30 false đúng. 31 true đúng. 32 not given sai. 33 false đúng. Transport đúng. Staircases đúng. Engineering đúng. Rule đúng. Roman đúng. Paris đúng. Outwards sai. Ok, như vậy là có 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Đến câu sai thì nó dễ hơn. Một câu sai này. Hai câu sai này. 3 câu sai này. 4 câu sai này. 5 câu sai. 6 câu sai. 6 câu sai tức là 36 câu sai, 40 trừ 6, 34 câu đúng. Và theo như IELTS reading đó sẽ là IELTS reading đó sẽ là 7.5. Nếu như mà đúng thêm vài câu nữa thì đúng hơn thì tốt hơn. Được rồi, xem lại cái câu này. Xem lại câu sai đầu tiên ở đâu nhỉ? Đây. Câu 4. Ball bearings. Đây. According to one long-standing theory amongst archaeologists, Stonehenge builder fashioned sledges and lower out of tree trunks to lung the bluestone from pressure hills. They then transferred the boulders onto rafts and floated them first along Welsh coast and then up the River Avon toward Salisbury Plain. Alternatively, they may have towed each stone with a fleet of vessels. More recent archaeological hypotheses have them transporting the bluestones with supersized wicker basket on a combination of ball bearings and long groove planks. Hauled by oxen. Hauls by oxen. Yep, not oxen. Ok, dễ hiểu này. Câu tiếp theo sai đó là ensuring it is more human-friendly than ourselves, deciding which value we want to share with us. Đây là câu thứ 4. So we need to create powerful AI machines that are human-friendly, that have goals reliably aligned with our own values. One thing that makes this task difficult is that we are far from reliable, human-friendly ourselves. We do many terrible things to each other and to many other creatures with whom we share the planet. If super intelligent machines don't do a lot better than us, we'll be in deep trouble. We will have powerful new intelligence amplifying the dark sides of our fallible nature. What challenge does the writer refer to the fourth paragraph? Deciding which values we want AI to share with us, ensuring AI is more friendlier than we are ourselves. Câu B và câu D đều đúng. However, câu D nó close in meaning hơn, nó gần, nó sát nghĩa hơn với cả câu hỏi. We want ensure machines act our best interest, or we need. Cái này hình như là mình cũng đã cho là đúng này, nhưng mà thôi kệ đi. Câu 36. In certain medical practitioners not having their current level of authority, professional authority. Yep. Cái này mình nhớ đó là freely gì đấy. Freely depriving of humans of use the healthcare system. However, we deprive some humans of the control they presently enjoy. The control they presently enjoy. Okay, control, professional authority, specialized task. Professional authority phù hợp hơn. Biết là nghĩa nó là gì rồi, nhưng mà để chọn đáp án được đúng là khó thật. Okay. In result, local fought against the changes. Fought against. People fought against. Trong đáp án nó là câu 32, đó là 32 đó là true mà. 32 nó là not given. Nhưng mà ở đây nó nói rằng fought against chống lại changes. Push forward law such as the reconfiguration changes. Figuration. The expansion of the city of Ferrara. This work surely inspired the rigor and method behind the conscious conception of a city had been largely missing in Western thought until the moment when prominent Renaissance men, prominent là những người không phải những người bình thường mà là prominent, push forward large-scale urban projects. Local, nó là local people chứ không phải là prominent people. Yep. Okay. His idea also relevant to today's world where building upwards no longer seems to be the best approach. Building upward is not the best approach. Many scholars think that compact city built upward instead of outwards, integrated with nature. Yep. With efficient transport infrastructure could help modern cities become more efficient and sustainable. Okay. Hy vọng mọi người cảm thấy hay, cảm thấy thú vị. Đó là những lỗi sai 37, 34 trên 40, không hẳn là thấp, nhưng mà mình làm chỉ có trong bao nhiêu phút nhỉ? Làm từ 12 giờ 15 thì phải là khoảng là 40 phút gì đấy. Ok. Chào mọi người.